What is happening, budget builders, and welcome back to the GMC Motorhome Rescue. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're so glad to have you. This is a 1973 GMC motorhome that we rescued off of an abandoned piece of property. This thing had been sitting for many years. It had actually been lived in by squatters. It was disgusting. We got it running, we got it driving, we got it back here. We cleaned this thing up and we stripped it out, and we have been rebuilding it. We bought a totaled new camper with all the goodies we need, and we've been reinstalling all of that stuff into this, the solar, the AC, all of the kitchen. In our last episode, we built most of our kitchen. In today's episode, let's get it finished up and let's start working on finishing the rest of the living area. Had a good many folks mention this refrigerator and these doors opening the wrong direction for ease of usability, and thank you all so much for all the suggestions in the comments down below. We did go ahead and take a look like you'd mentioned, and sure enough, this is super easy to flip-flop these doors. So let's go ahead and get that knocked out real quick. That is so much better. As far as the dents in the door go, I know some people had mentioned PDR. The problem is these are put together in a way they're not made to come apart. These are foam filled and they're all just clipped in place. There's no way to actually get the covers off or get behind them like a normal fridge would be. So they're kind of what they are. I don't know if we can put something on them to cover them up. Maybe we can find a decent used set somewhere. But as far as the door swing goes, that is way better. Thank you for the suggestions. Last major eyesore on the side of on this side of the motorhome here, and a major leak into the inside. Well, is the stove vent cover here. Get it removed. And install the one we removed from the totaled camper. You can see we've got some mess going on here. We have been doing some deciphering and figuring out some test trials, making a little bit of a mess, because first things first, we need to go ahead and finish up all of our doors and drawers and cabinets and upper cabinets so we can get this kitchen knocked out. I want to go ahead and just get that done and start wrapping up the inside of this camper. Getting the doors together, we're going just a little different but similar. We went ahead, wrong ones, and pocket drilled just the same. The reason we did that, sometimes doors you don't, sometimes you just glue them together. But being in a motorhome, this thing's gonna be jiggling and wiggling between glue and screws. I don't think these things will ever come apart. And then you'll notice we run it down the table saw on our short sides, run all the way through, and then on our long sides, we dropped them in so that edge is not exposed. And then when you go to put it all together, that'll slide in there like that. And that's how we will make up our doors. Let's get this glued together. Oh my goodness. Those crazy little birds get into everything. We're of course using every last thing we can off of this camper, including all of our hardware. With our doors taken care of, our drawer and our kickdown we do just a little bit differently. Because your handle attaches, it's actually what you're using to pull on. You don't want it to be as flimsy as, say, a door. If you tried to attach a handle to that, it would just pull out. And so what Dad did was took a actual piece of plywood, cut it down on the table saw to where it sits in here. From the front, looks the same. From the back, you can see it's a lot more sturdy, and that'll be great for your kickdown and your drawer. Definitely glad we have all of the doors and their hinges, because these little pocket style hinges probably would have cost us a couple $100 to get all of them. They're like $12 a piece, which is just absurd. We're gonna use every single one out of that camper. And then what is nice, you pick up this $10 drill kit from the store, and that'll give us our little pocket drill. And it comes with this little template, shows you where your screws go and where the drill is. Pretty nifty. Working to go ahead and get the panels here removed from the outside of the bathroom, keeping our framing, but this one piece is not gonna match anything anyways. Full of holes. Took just a minute, we might as well get it ripped out of here. Plus it really stinks. With the vent on the outside, we need to go ahead and get the fan and everything here on the inside. With that being said, mounting it, you can see we've already marked it out. We already have cut a face. We're gonna do a shelf up here, and this will be cabinet space to keep things tucked away. Now I know originally it would have run to here, and then obviously we would have had the huge one right here, but a couple comments, especially one specifically about how cool it is with the big open windows, and I totally agree. I love the huge open space up here, the headspace with the giant open windows. It's just such a neat, cool vehicle, and just keep the overall look and feel of this thing without getting those big cabinets back up here. If we had tried to center up the hood on the hole that comes out of the side of the camper, this thing would be way super high. And so we're gonna actually come out of the top. Now it's not a huge deal. These things obviously are just fans. They pull fumes, maybe a little bit of smoke out of the kitchen, and they can have holes anywhere as long as it's pushing out of it. So we need to get the back here capped off because we'll no longer be using it from here. Maybe not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's functional. Dad went ahead and made up this fancy little thing. This is to direct our air out of the fan. And obviously, Dad does stuff a little fancier than I do. It's the way to do it. You still got to do it. You got to make sure it's semi-soft, but that's why you buy up every cheap pack of playing cards you can. That worked a lot better than the tape did. now that we got the door on there, we don't want that thing just flopping around. Going on Amazon and bought these little things. I do find these kind of neat. If you notice, as you pick up, it's a smooth release, but then it's clutched, so it holds. It's a little stiffer to kick back down, but it comes with an Allen wrench, so you can adjust your tension. That's pretty nifty. Little piece of Luan, drop down in the bottom here. Our wiring cover, we've got a nice little cabinet up top. Stick some stuff in. Cool. We mounted and did want to use the original hinges, but if you can tell, they took a whacking in the accident and have this side's good, but this side has just completely come apart, ripped all the plastic out of it and everything. And so that is one of the first major components we did have to purchase, and we went ahead and got a set of soft close because they also latch into place, and so that should work well for the camper. These are the heavy duty ones. It should be pretty nice in there. It's not bad to have to spend a little bit on components, but super, super excited with how everything's coming out so far. When you're tearing these things apart, make sure you keep some stuff for templates. We're obviously doing a bit tighter tolerances than they had originally, but the main template is pretty similar. Thank goodness we have it, because we're already spending 147 years doing this. It'd be about 6,982 years if we had to do this right here from scratch. I'm gonna set that down there. Now I think it's time we should get this bathroom covered up. What you think, Dad? Oh yeah. Get this bedroom back here done. You see we had to pull the shelf back out of there. And that's just because we're going to do it a little different. We went ahead and cut out this side wall. In place. We actually had this for another project. Get this, you buy a battery normally, well, it was a sale, it's not a sale anymore, but you buy a battery, normally $100 for $90, and you get the free $100 nail gun, Brad Nailer. And like I said, this was for a house project, but it comes in handy here, so we're using it. I did go ahead and flip this upside down while we were in here. A lot of people mentioned the handles dropping down while you drove might turn your shower on. We don't want that. Moving on to the face. Dad's got a chisel here and he's chiseling off the excess wood that peeled off when we peeled the old face off. The reason we hadn't just peeled it off is we really want to do a full sheet, and that wood smelled terrible. That's another reason we pulled everything out of here, is the smell that was in here. That was that last piece. I don't know if it was just the glue or what, but that piece of wood stunk. Down here's attached really well still, but you can see this corner is floppy, and that is because this epoxy here has started to detach. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is mix up some fresh, wow, I can't talk this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some fresh epoxy, and we'll get it in here, we'll get it taped up, give it about 20 minutes to dry, and then that should be sound and solid again. Are we gonna make this? You absolutely know it. Oh my goodness, is it dripping on the floor? I think that'll hold pretty good. Just one more thing, one more step to verify. Yeah, that ain't going anywhere. Okay, we go straight up. Bottom first. That is going to be our last cabinet there. Not only is that going to help to distribute our weight somewhat evenly, obviously all the new stuff here is quite a bit lighter, and that's why we did decide to do it all on one side. But we do have a good bit that still needs to go here. We're going to put our television in here. Like I mentioned previously, instead of building cabinets up top, we'll move all of this, because most of the wires are the right length anyways, over to here, along with our radio, television, and then we'll put a cabinet down here, and that'll be a lot of storage space for us to be able to tuck stuff away. But I think that that'll work pretty good. This is your baby. This is your baby.
No.
You probably just hit the light switch.
Yeah, I was.
Ah, yes. More painting. My favorite. And we've definitely got to give it to Dad. All these precision measurements. He's laughing, but seriously, precision measurements, cuts, all of these pieces that are going together. I mean, we could not do this without Pops. I mean, I think we make a really good team. I think he's still having fun. Are you still having fun?
Oh, of course.
He's still having fun. And I do feel like, even though far from perfect, because neither of us are carpenters, this thing's really, really coming together.
You got lock washers and or. Are you going all the way?
Poor little AC's trying all it can. We got to get some blinds in here. But at least we got a TV, right? We left a hole here, and that is so we can access the back of the shower when we button up our few things as far as plumbing goes, we'll be able to have access to it, and further on down the road, just use the original cover here from the camper. But we of course can't leave that looking like that. I found this on Amazon and I thought it would just be perfect back here in the bedroom and cover up the little hole. Is that not neat? It's neat because it kind of fits that 70s vibe camping and covers up our hole there. Got to second coat this still, but the paint is drying so quickly because it's about 110 in here in the camper, and this poor AC is not doing anything. We definitely need to do tint and blinds. It's got to be one of our next things. Obviously still need to do a door. Tape-a-saw gave up. I don't know if that's because of the heat today or it's just old. It's done us really good. TV's in place, working like it should. I need to get a couple electrical connectors to reinstall the thermostat there. Radio, Wi-Fi Ranger, control panel. Our bathroom door is right there. It needs a little work. Hopefully we can save it. And then obviously back here, pretty happy with how everything's coming out. Not too shabby. What you think, Dad? It's good. Now this is well, obviously this is cream soda, but it's good and needed. Man, is this thing starting to come together and actually look like a camper. It's so cozy. Love the way this thing is coming out. Far from perfect, but I don't know about you, Dad. I'm having fun learning. I wish it was a little cooler right now. I wish it was a little cooler, but we're getting there, and I'm really happy with how it's coming out. I hope you all are too, and if you have any thoughts on it, be sure to leave that down below. Any ideas, put that down below too. We really do appreciate it. We're so excited to be bringing you all along, and hopefully we get to start taking this thing out and using it and enjoying it. We're so excited to take you all along with us on that. Now that we're getting to the point we need upholstery, I know this thing's blue on the outside. It's going to stay that way. We were thinking on going blue, but the reason I did that clock is it's orange like the interior was originally. Man, do I like it. Do you think orange on blue is too much? Is that too much? Like if you see the blue outside and you walk inside and it's orange, is that okay? I don't know. Let me know. I love the contrast. Blue would be pretty, but that orange is really neat. I hope you all have enjoyed, and if you have and you haven't already, be sure to subscribe button, notification bell to keep up with our future uploads on this motorhome, other rebuilds and rescues, and of course our Will It Runs. And if you haven't been a part of the channel already, we do appreciate it so incredibly much. But that's gonna wrap it up. Peace out and catch you all on the flip side.